Today is June 7, 2025. We're here at Trim Station as part of Ottawa's Doors Open, where we can take an early look at the new Trim O-Train extension, the Eastern Terminus for Line 1 and Line 3. So let's take a look. We're going to walk through, walk all the way to the trains and come back out and take a look at all the new features and the new design. It's already got that new train and new station smell.
So here we go, entering the Trim Station from the Park and Ride, which itself has been expanded, repaved, reorganized, with electric charging stations for electric vehicles, accessible spots really close by. As we pass through the fare gates, you can see the double elevators that bring people up to the upper level where the pedestrian crossing is to get to the train station, and out over here, the bus loop, which is quite spacious and wide open, nice green and landscaping around that area. As we head up to the pedestrian overpass, you can make access to it by stairs and by an escalator. And then, of course, the pedestrian overpass going towards the train station that's located in the median of the Highway 174. And what's really neat about this overpass is it's extremely wide. Like, if you're used to some of the legacy OC Transpo transitway stations, like the crossings that are, you know, that red tubular steel, this one is definitely in a league of its own. It's very wide. I'd say almost 50-70% wider than one of those. Big glass ceiling to floor, very, very bright. There's some ventilation grills at the top of the windows to allow for some airflow. Blocks the sound really nicely. The glass also has pattern on it, dots to alert birds that there is glass there, so it's great for the birds. Helps them be able to see it more clearly and not get injured by the glass. It's just really open, and it really has that feel like the Montreal REM, like a station like Du Quartier, where you cross over the highway from the station in the middle of the median. It's very nice. Over here you can see the double elevators on this side that bring you from the overpass level down to the train platforms below. Stairs on both sides, so it's nice and well thought out to be able to disperse people as they go down to the train, either one end of the train towards the other end of the train, or somewhat in the middle if you go by the elevators. And as you can see, you go straight down, and the elevator or the trains are right there on both sides. Obviously they'll probably just be using one platform for the most part for trains departing, but there's two platforms so a train can be stored, or if they want to have a different service pattern. As you can see, Trim westbound to Tunney's Pasture. Of course, that's going to change in the future when the line heading west is open and it extends beyond Tunney's Pasture, going towards Algonquin on Line 1 and Moody on Line 3. And just like all of the East Extension stations from Blair, including Blair, Montreal, Jeanne d'Arc, Orleans Boulevard, Place d'Orleans, and here at Trim, center platform station, train stop on both sides. So you don't have to be super familiar with which side you have to be on for the direction you're going as you're going down to the platforms. It's just straight across the platform. Once you're down, eastbound, westbound trains, opposite sides, same level. You don't have to go back up and down if you come down the wrong stairs. There's no wrong stairs in this kind of scenario. So as we pass through this stopped train, we're now going to look west towards Place d'Orleans, and in the distance there you can potentially see the 10th line overpass. Maybe not. This right here these are pillars that were put in place for a future pedestrian overpass to connect from one side to the other towards Jeanne d'Arc Boulevard on the opposite side, the north side of the highway. Nothing planned for that right now, but that connectivity is part of the master plan for the future, and they have put in the pillars in advance so that the impact on the station and the train operations, should that ever come to pass, which it probably will be very minimal. The pillars are already there, so the construction impact is going to be very, very minimal. It's just dropping in the overpass, which will probably be prefabricated. As we head back up the stairs, with the scenario of you just got off the train from downtown, and then you're going to go back to your car at the park and ride, or to take a local bus from the local bus loop on the other side. We head back up. And as you can see, the noise levels in general are actually very reasonable. Of course, we're near the traffic light for the Trim Road intersection, so it's possible some of the cars at the moment here are going a little slower than they would be if the light was green. But you can tell the sound is really not much of an issue. They have sound barrier walls on the sides of the train there, so when you are at platform level, it definitely helps. You do hear a bit of noise, but it's very reasonable. Definitely nothing to worry about. On the opposite side there, you can see Jeanne d'Arc Boulevard. On the opposite side, the old Trim extension that's no longer in use. As we head back across to the park and ride and the main entrance. So here's the 2 parked trains inside the station. 11:45, 11:44. And on the other side, I think it was 11:62. That's probably the highest numbered train I've ever been on. Looks completely brand new. The seats are nice and bright blue, which is very nice to see. As you can see on this side, the bus loop for Trim Station. Definitely a big improvement over the old one, which was just 2 little bus shelters, more or less in the middle of the park and ride. And then as we pass through here, as you can see, we came up originally the stairs. There's an escalator next to it. But up here, if you keep going around the side, you'll access the 2 elevators that go back down to the entrance. There's also some utilities and maintenance rooms up here. And then on the lower level near the fare gates, there's the public washrooms, which are available should you need to make use of them during your trip. So you can see the glass elevators that are pretty standard fare now on the O-Train stations. And what's really nice about this entrance pavilion building, the glass, again, floor to ceiling for the most part, bright, not tinted. It really has a warm, inviting feel to it. It's bright, it's welcoming, it feels really big. You know, it really sets the standard high now for the O-Train stations, and it's eager to see if this is how most of the Line 1, Line 3, Stage 2 stations are going to be. It really has a nice inviting feel to it. It's bright, it's welcoming, it's really nice. And then on the right side here of the stairs, you can see this, it's sort of like a faux concrete paneling. Probably going to be very good for upkeep and maintenance to keep it looking in pristine condition. And then as we head out this way, we can see the bus loop and bus service of the station over here. The Bridgel Petrie's Landing towers in the far left. As you can see over here, park and ride. Entrance just on the other side of the station marquee. And of course the overpass going towards the 174 median where the train station is. You can see the parked trains over there. I guess all that's left right now is to wrap it up by heading back outside of the station. We loop around the side over here. Head through the fare gates, which are open because it's Doors Open Ottawa, where all doors are open. And there's 2 fare vending machines, station information board over here, nice glass curtain wall, and nice landscaping overall. Really a lot of concrete work, a lot of paving, some bushes, some trees, some grass, and of course the now classic and iconic O-Train Lolly Stop, as I used to call it back when Line 1 was opening in 2019. Once again, the station overpass towards the train platforms. Trim station, everyone. Hopefully opening in a couple months or later on this year in 2025. Be sure to subscribe to Railfans Canada to never miss our latest content.